Okay, great. All right. So that's what this is. This is just a system, but who am I to even really have something like this and why are you here to share this? So just a little bit about me. I've been an agent for 23 years. I'm what I consider a career realtor. I do an average of 50-ish transactions per year over my whole career. I have a small team in New Braunfels, Texas. And I have been with Epic Realty for the past 2 years. I have a lot of leadership roles there. I co-authored a book, so I am a published author. This is the book that I co-authored. I'm a mom of four sons and seven grandsons, no girls. And I'm a survivor of childhood trauma. And so I'm going to talk to you guys a lot about all of that today. But my whole point is that if I can do this, anyone can do this. And I'm going to show you how I did it. So this is my system. My system consists of four different pillars. And I know that in my business, I'm working on one of these pillars at all times. Either mindset, which that is the quadrant that like most people get stuck in. And we're going to talk a lot about mindset today. And then the second pillar is branding because we are real estate agents, we are influencers to our own audience, and it's very important that you know about branding. So I'm going to go into that today. And then we're going to talk a little bit about real estate foundations. Like what are the foundations of your business that you need to stop and focus on and get set up and work on in order to move forward. The foundations so that you could build upon them. And then automations. What are your real estate automations for your business so that you can get those automated? And that's where leverage happens is in the automation. So we're going to talk about all four of these pillars. But I just want to point out that like when you have a coach, they're going to coach you in one of these areas a lot of times. You're going to always be working on one of these areas. And these different coaches that you go out and you hire, they're going to help you break through those ceilings of achievement in each one of these areas. And so you have to decide what's missing in your business. So as I go through this presentation today, I really would like for you guys to take notes and figure like if I'm talking about something and you're thinking, man, I really need to work on that, just write that down. That's okay because that means that's the missing piece of where you're at right now. And then you might need coaching, you might not. You might need some training, you might just need to go do some stuff. Might need to take action. And even though we hate doing things, like you guys, I absolutely hate bookkeeping. I don't want to bookkeep at all. I don't want to spend my money. I want to keep it. And that's just a struggle. But I know to be successful, I have to have those things working for me. And so I've hired the right people to get to do that stuff. Same thing with my CRM, not my favorite thing, but I know it's the most important part of this business. So we just got to kind of figure out where we are with our business. And this is a very good quote that I think could help all of us to screenshot and look at this every day and remember this throughout your day. What we focus on determines how we feel. How we feel, our state of mind powerfully influences our actions and our interactions. That's so true. If you wake up saying, today stinks. It's just not going to be a good day. Guess what? Your day is not going to be a good day. It all starts with your mindset. So whether you think that you can or you think that you can't, you're correct. And that is just the bottom line. So it's so important. And this is why I put this pillar first, is because mindset is everything. All of the rest of these pillars don't even work if you're not in the right frame of mind to go get the work done and to figure out your systems and to implement them and get them all set up. And so if you find yourself being overwhelmed all the time, it's really important for me anyway to think about what I'm overwhelmed with and what pillar do I organize this in? Because everything we do in this business, it's going to go under one of these four pillars. And then I take that week of the month and that's when I work on it. That might be the only thing I work on. Like right now, I am redoing my campaigns in my CRM. I know that my CRM is week 3, but I have time to work on it all month because I've got everything else done. Like I have all of this stuff because I've been working on it for years. But each week builds upon the other. So as you leave here today, I'm going to give you the plan to go out, and we're going to go over that here in a little bit, for you to go home with and work on this week. And then week 2, I'm going to be sending an email at the beginning of each week that's going to remind you of all of the things that you need to do in that week in order to make that a successful week. All right, but we're going to talk about mindset first. And I want to talk about the difference in having an abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset. So I talk a lot about abundance, and it's more than just a word. It's a state of mind. Tony Robbins talks about it all the time. Like, what's your state of mind? Where are you? Because we cannot create in a scarcity mindset. It just doesn't work. There's no room to create our business, to create the campaigns, to create the marketing pieces, to create. Creation happens when you live above the line. So I talk about this invisible line, and abundance is above that line, and scarcity is down below the line. So you have to be asking yourself almost all day, every day, where am I living? Am I living above the line or am I living below the line in my mindset? Because if you're living below the line, you're just going to be chasing after money all the time, again and again and again. And that is where this loop for real estate agents, we get stuck in it. We get stuck down there and we live paycheck to paycheck instead of creating a budget, instead of creating the systems that will bring regular business into our business, instead of doing all the things that I'm talking to you about today. We get stuck below that line. And it's so easy. And if you're doing it and you're saying, oh my God, that's me, like, trust me, it's me too. I have to ask myself regularly, where am I? And I have to do the things I know I need to do to get myself back above the line because I know that's where I'm going to go create a marketing piece and run a Facebook ad and get more leads or get the courage up to go through my CRM and call the leads that I already have. All the things that need to be done in this business happen with an abundant mindset. So that is very important. And it's literally my whole story. And I talk a lot about the journey from living in scarcity to living in abundance all the time. If you haven't seen my reels, just go look at those in my reels. But that's because that's been my journey. I've lived my entire life in scarcity because of the way I was raised. So I've had to retrain my brain to live in abundance, and I've figured it out, and I do it regularly, and it works. So I'm going to give you guys a few things to focus on today to walk away so that you're not doing that. So the first thing is that we have to create the vision of where we want to go. And we have to stay tied to that vision. So, how just decide how many deals do you need to have over the next 12 months in order to be successful in your mind, not in anybody else's mind, only in your mind. Don't be trying to please anybody else. You guys, we need to figure out what's going to make us happy and not do it because we want to be like this other agent over here or this agent over here. The only person you need to be accountable to or happy for is you. So, what needs to be changed in yourself in order to do that? Do you need coaching? Do you need to change your diet, your habits? Go internal and figure out why you're not doing the things that you know you need to be doing. And we hear that all the time. We all know what we're supposed to be doing. We're just not doing it, right? So I'm here to help give you a plan so that you will do it. But you have to also limit your intake. I mean, we can all turn on social media and sit there for hours on our social media and take this stuff in, right? So, what are you scrolling and looking at? Are you looking at the negativity and all of that going on out in the world, or are you watching happy animal videos? Like, I want to be happy. I don't want to be stressed out. That stuff's all going on out there with or without me. Like, it's going to happen. I can't change anything, especially if I'm living below that line. Now, if I live above the line, maybe I could donate some money. Maybe I can really give to a cause if I'm making more money and I'm doing what I need to do because I'm a real estate agent. Like, there's business still happening. And I know what I need to do in order to get a piece of it. That's why I have closings going on. And so, and a rev share check coming in, all of it because I have focused on these things and I want to help everybody on this call today, or if you're watching the recording, I want to help you guys too. So limit your intake and only focus on your plan and just make it happen, and then things will start changing. But let's talk a little bit about bye boys, about mindset and past trauma. I'm babysitting in California at my for my son, my grandson, and so what other business gives you that? Like that I could still work from California. I live in Texas and still just do this. Like real estate is such a beautiful business, and I am so grateful that I've spent 24 years in this business. So anyway, okay, we're all in a different place here, but most likely we all, as real estate agents, have had some kind of past trauma in our past because who hasn't, first of all? Like life happens, things happen. So, how you handle those things and how you come out on the other side, that's up to you. But where are you in your own journey? Do you stay stuck in the same story? And I want to talk about that for a minute because I hear it all the time. It's as humans, we remember things and our brains go on they get stuck in these little loops about how things used to be or how I got here. And those are called the stories that we're telling ourselves and we're getting stuck in. And you have to stop that. Like you have to realize what story you're telling yourself and you need to put a stop to it. And you need to change your focus over to something on the other side, something more positive. The next, like your vision. That's why I always say, let's start with your vision. And when you see the plan I'm going to open up and go through, you'll see what I mean. So we're going to focus on your vision and your mission and all of the things that were the good things that you want, the abundance, the lifestyle that you're trying to get to. It's there just waiting for you, but you have to be the one to go and figure it out. So be like a fly on the wall inside of your own mind and track what you're telling yourself every day, all day. And just do the work you need to do to heal those. If you're at Epic, we have 12 mental health care sessions a year. So you might have an issue. If this is you, call, make an appointment, go in and ask the therapist, like, how do I get over this? How do I start telling myself a new story? And that's what you need to do. You need to be the realtor that is successful, the one that you're looking for, the one you want to be. So we have to heal the past, though, in order to move on to the beautiful life that's waiting for us. We have such a gift in getting our real estate license. And so it just breaks my heart to see so many agents fail and us to have such a high turnover rate. And that's why I do this whole call is because I try to help agents come out of that and find success. Um, Something else about mindset is there's no competition. There is enough business out there for all of us. Don't compare your journey to somebody who's been doing this for a long, long time, because you're just at completely different places. But the good news is, if you do the work, then you can get to the same place that they are. But just don't compare yourself to them. Just stay focused in on your lane, do your work, know what you want for your business, and that's it. And we all have these small businesses. We all can do our own lead generation funnels. That's what we're going to get to next is our branding. And then we could go live the life. So here are a few ideas. Like if these are just some of the things that have helped me over the years, really knowing what that vision is and visualizing it every morning. Like, okay, I'm a successful realtor. I close 50 deals a year. I am the CEO of my business. I'm a great recruiter, trainer, mentor. And then you just start living the life of the person who does all of those things. I love meditations. Give me some prayer, some silence, a guided meditation, whatever works for you. Read, of course, I'm always reading several books, inspiring only YouTube videos. Don't watch all the doom and the gloom going on. It's going on. And I'm not saying don't be informed. Definitely wake up, read your highlights, do whatever you need to do, but then walk away from it and go get into creative space. Yoga, walking, exercise, intentions, healthy lifestyle, and always have a coach. We have free coaching in Epic, Rob Stein. I do this call every first Tuesday of every month. If you can't afford to pay for a coach, and one more thing, I love coaching. However, if you don't know what you need to be coached on, we should have a talk because we need to figure out where you are in your business, and that makes a huge difference. There's so many coaches out there, but do you need help with lead generation funnels? Do you need help with mindset? Do you need help with systems? Like these coaches all do all these different things, and you got to figure out what you need help with. And there's a lot of group coaching that you could do. I will just say that I wouldn't be where I am right now if it were not for my coaches, because I have had a coach since probably 2009. So these are some ideas to get you out of that space. All right, now we're going to talk about branding. So week two is going to be set aside for you to figure out all of your branding. And what does that look like? I know that, there's a lot of talk going on about branding, and branding is it's a lot. And I'm just going to cover a little bit of it today. But if you need branding and you need to work on that, I'm going to give you the tools to go help you fix that. But here are some getting started stuff. What's your story? Who are you? People want to work with you. Branding is not about sharing how great you are. It's about sharing your story. You are an influencer to your audience. And so people want to work with you as a real estate agent because they know you, like you, and trust you. It's your job to figure out how do you get that in front of them. And that is what branding is. It's not just a logo, it's not just colors and fonts, although those are important. I'm going to talk about them a little bit more in foundations, but branding is it's funnels. It's about creating the lead generation funnels and helping the client to get to know you through the journey. So stay with me here because I'm going to jump around a little bit. But this is a funnel. And this I want you guys to imagine being your Lofty account. Inside of your Lofty account or whatever CRM you use, that's where you create all of this. You create awareness. You help educate your people through the campaigns and the emails and the conversations. You send them home evaluations. You engage with them. You have conversations with them. That is all inside of the funnel. That's when once somebody knocks on our door, meaning they go to our website and they fill something out, they drop into your funnel. So there's this top of funnel. I call them offers. These are offers that you're putting out into the world to capture the lead's information. You're going to get them into your funnel. And then whenever they're down here at the bottom of the funnel, they feel like they know you. You've done your job. You've got to know them on social media. You're sending them videos, you're sending them educational pieces. They feel like they know you. And when they're ready, they're going to call you. The problem is that most buyers and sellers are not ready to buy or sell right when they raise their hand. They're up here and they're looking around all over, and some agent with a good funnel is going to they're going to drop into their funnel, and whenever that buyer or seller is ready, guess what? They've already got somebody because that somebody did their job and nurtured them through the funnel. And so they're over there in that person's funnel and they're not calling you. So I hate that real estate agents all want now business, but this is rarely a now business gig. Like we have to do the work, and the work is in managing these leads through this funnel. And so these are some of the ways that we're going to do that. These are funnels. So when you guys leave here today, I want you to start thinking about three different funnels. One funnel is going to be for your VIP people. One funnel is going to be for your passion community. And I'm going to talk about all this here in a second. And another funnel is going to be for the public, like a relocation guide or something like that. So let's jump back here. These are just some of the funnels. I'm gonna send an email out on week 2. So it'll be next week. This week, I just want you to start with the plan. Next week, you're going to figure out your funnel. So I'm just going to talk about it a little bit today, but I'm going to send out a video email on Monday of next week to everybody in my stuff, and we're going to talk more about the funnels then. But these are just some of them to get you started, to get you thinking. Um, and then these are just some of the offers. So we got to work on our offers too. That's going to come in our foundations week. All right. But these are the funnels. So the first funnel is your VIP funnel. And I'm going to give you guys a spreadsheet. So if you don't have a VIP list, that's going to be like your number one thing, because all realtors have one funnel, and it's our friends and family funnel. And I know every realtor does a deal or two a year from somebody that knows they're a realtor and reached out to them. But I want you to go further than that. I want you to get everybody you know on a VIP funnel, and we're going to get an action plan for that VIP funnel so that those people call you, they re they refer you, they know that you're doing business. So that are my offer for my VIP. One of my offers is I use HomeBot, and I sign everybody that I've done business with in the past up for HomeBot, and I love HomeBot and they love it too. So it's about $30 a month. I do not have an affiliate. I don't know. I've been doing it for so long, I don't even remember what I do. But my buyers and sellers love HomeBot. Um, and they have some great content creation stuff too in HomeBot. I don't use it, but it's there. A couple of other things that I do for my VIP is I do a monthly newsletter and I do a magazine quarterly. And so those are the three things that I do for my VIP. And all of the other funnels that I do, I'm constantly adding to my VIP. So that's growing every closing that I have. And then I get referrals from those people too, because I do all of these things for this funnel. And then offer number 2, your passion community. I'm just going to give you an example. My husband and I are Jeepers. We have a Jeep and we go on road trips and we go on rock crawling and we do all this stuff. And so our Jeep club is a club that we're in. That's my passion community. I love those people. They're my people, and they know that I sell real estate because I let them know. I hand things out. If we go to an event, I will do some little pop buys and I'll pass stuff out, say, hey, I want to be your realtor if you ever need a realtor. And I do giveaways, so I'll donate things for the giveaways that they do. A couple of other passion communities could be like military. If you're previous military, you could have a military passion community. You could have a moms group. Like if you're a stay-at-home mom and real estate's part-time for you, like you could literally just start a moms group and get together with moms and put something together. If you love wine, like you could have a wine the possibilities are endless. You just have to figure out what is your passion. How do you get to know more people in that area and build your database just from that? Like the goal is to build that database so that you could get these people into your funnels. All right, and number three is for the public. These are for you people you do not know, like a relocation guide, a relocation website, a newsletter about what's going on in your area. If you want to do like probates would be good. A military guide if you want to work with VAs. So just any kind of public thing would be great. And I will again do a video next week that will go out that will go over a lot more detail about these. All right. Does anybody have any questions about week two and funnels and branding? I know that that's a lot, and that's why I break it down into week. I just want to give you an idea of what's going on. So, does anyone have any questions while we're here about this? Nope. Okay. I'm going to share again. Oh, I saw something in the chat. Recording to give my new agents. Okay. Yeah, I record this every month and I'll just share it with you, Ken, if you'd like. So, and then I'm going to show you where to get them into because they can watch it and they can come back next month. All right. So, can you guys see my screen again? If you can't, let me know, but I think that I did that right. Okay. All right, moving on. Okay, week three is all about foundations. And I got to keep an eye on the clock here because I can tend to talk. Week three is about your real estate foundations. And week three, on the Monday morning, I will send you a new video and an email that will go over all of this. I'm also going to show you guys where to go if you just want to get all of this. So you're the only one that can decide what your foundations are. This is your business. We're all independent contractors. We all own a small business, and we have to design it the way that we want it to be. However, here are a few foundational pieces that I think are the most important for my business. My CRM by far is the most important. It's my most disliked part of it too, but I have to get in it. I have to make those calls, those people. And with Lofty and AI, like I did the AI upgrade, I love it. These people think they're communicating with me already. And then once they're ready to do something, we just call. They think they've already been talking to me. It's doing a great job. So I'm now spending August redoing my campaigns also and getting in there and just working on my Lofty. Like there's so many different things that you can do in Lofty. I think every week we should choose one and just go get it set up and work on it for an hour a day. Your VIP database, like I said, I'm going to give you guys a blank one so you could go in and create your own VIP database. And then logos and colors. We all get to choose what brand, what is going to fit with us. Like, what are your favorite logos and colors? What are your offers? We talked about that for the lead generation funnels. What is your offer, meaning your piece that you're going to give away? What do you have of value for that funnel that you're going to offer to people in exchange for their information so you could get them into your CRM? Canva, you got to learn Canva or have a VA or somebody that does, because how are you going to create marketing pieces if you don't, so that you can share on social media sites? Because people are going to go check up on you. Google yourself as a realtor and you'll see how many things come up. And that's what our clients are doing. They're going to go say, who's Dawn Loding? And they're going to pull me up and they're going to see all this great stuff in there. And then if you're a brand new agent, this is so important. Go to your board of realtors and sign up for every single class that they offer and take it. No questions. Like that is so important, especially for new agents, because one of the biggest things in this business that will break you or make you is your confidence. If you're not confident in yourself, your clients are not going to be confident in you either. And the best way to build your confidence is to know your market, know your tools, and know how you can help serve others. So, Those are just the main foundational pieces. I'm sure we could come up with a whole lot more, but um, you guys, hold on one second. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay. I'm back. Okay, so those are some of the foundational pieces. And then week 4, we're going to talk about automations. Automations, the first automation that we all should have is our planner. I have a paper planner because it helps me to plan my lists and the things I need to do. But I also use Google, and every Monday I sync my calendar for the whole week because I use Google Calendar as well to track my appointments and all of the different Zooms that we have here at Epic. And, you know, we all use that for doctor's appointments or whatnot. But I use my paper planner too to help organize my brain. And then you got to figure out what kind of time blocking works for you. Like I'm great with appointments. If I have an appointment and it's on my calendar, great. But if I time block an hour to go file or work on something, then it probably won't get done. Guys, I'm so sorry. I said I was babysitting. I need to just let this dog out real quick. Dawn, go here. Buddy, on it. Come on, we'll go outside. Come on, come on, Grandpa. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So for me, time blocking works better in chunking. I like to chunk things. So like Mondays is always for planning. I'm planning, I do the meetings I have, but it's really for planning out my week. Every Tuesday, I know from 10 to 12, it's all about the videos. That's my time block for doing videos. But if I don't do it from 10 to 12, I know it's got to happen on Tuesday or it's not going to happen because I have the rest of the week chunked also. So I do all my loading group stuff on Thursdays and financial freedom is Friday. All day Friday, I don't have anything on that schedule and I work on all my finances. And I might do some videos too, but you got to figure out what works for you. There's no secret sauce other than what you're going to do, but you've got to get the list of things that you need to do onto a calendar so that you'll do it or else it won't get done. If it just sits in a plan, if you don't implement the plan, then it's never going to work. These are just a few of the automations that I am going to give you actually in my course. So I'm going to give you guys that link here in just a minute. You're going to have all of this stuff. Well, except for the buyer and seller presentations, I don't give you that, but I give you all of this Google stuff. It's kind of like a Google business in a box. I have a closing spreadsheet, a budget spreadsheet, the board spreadsheet, all of this stuff I'm going to give you. So automations are key. And I will tell you, my best automation was hiring a virtual assistant. I have an assistant. I have actually 3 virtual assistants that do a lot of different things for me. And I figured that out a few years ago because I signed up for Sphere Rocket and went to Sphere Rocket coaching for a whole year. And they helped me figure that all out. And now, like, if it could be automated, it's also gonna be delegated because if I could do it, they could do it. And so, automations are where leverage happens. But first, you've got to implement the stuff. So, that's it. That's mindset, foundations, automations, and funnels. And that is my story. And if you can dream it and have the courage to take action and have the discipline to stay on the right path, you will make it. And that is it, y'all. So I am going to stop sharing and going to get out of this. And then I'm going to actually share again because I want to share with you where to go to get this information that I've been talking about. So if you're in here, I have a school account for right now. I'm in the process of moving this all over to a different platform and go high level, but I'm not there yet and it's all still here. And if you're in here, then when I do move it, you'll get redirected over there. But right now, this is my school account. So I am going to invite all of you, if you're not already in here, then this is where you want to go. So I'm going to put this in the chat so that you can go there and ask to join if you want this information. And then you're going to go in, once you get in here, you're going to go into the classroom and all the weeks are in here. Here's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then some other things that I've done along the lines to help you. I host a whole lot of classes and trainings, and a lot of those recordings are on my YouTube channel, but they're also in here, just like Canva. This was the best Canva class I ever went to. If you need help with Canva, go watch this and you'll learn so much about Canva. And it's almost a 2-hour class. So, but each one of these, when you open it up, we're going to open week 1 because this is week 1 right here. This is the recording of I don't I don't know what when it was, but it's kind of all the same stuff. But this is one on mindset. But this is the plan. So right here, I'm going to also just give you this in case you just don't want to mess with this and you just want to go straight to the plan. I'm going to put this plan also in the chat, but here it is. This is it. You're going to make a copy of this once you open it, and you're going to go through, and this is where you fill it all out. You save this to your computer. Hopefully you bookmark it so you open it every morning and you get in here and you do the work. And you get to edit this. Once you make a copy of it, it's yours. Rename it Dawn's abundance plan or business plan, whatever you want. But these are some of the things to do. What's your why? Why do you even want to do this? What is your vision? Where do you want to be in a year from now? What needs to change with your emotions? Where do you want to be? What do you want your health to be, your wealth to be, your relationships, your business? All of those things. And then we're going to spend week 2, 3, and 4, and in the future months also, because you guys, this is ongoing. I call this a 4-week challenge, but 4 weeks is just going to get you started. You're going to implement now and perfect later. So right now, we just got to get you a plan going. So all the week 2 stuff is in here, the funnels we talk about, week 3, your foundations. Um, all this stuff is in here. So go ahead and go in there. Let me make a copy of this really quick and put it in the chat in case you don't want to go into school. That's okay too. There you go. But there's that's this Google Doc. So you're gonna open it and you're gonna go up here into file. See where it says file, click file, make a copy, and then you're going to name it Dawn's Abundance Challenge, and you're going to make a copy, and then it's all yours to go do whatever you want with. But it's not your normal business plan, you guys. Those business plans on with all the numbers and everything on it, those never made sense to me. I mean, they make sense, but I'm more of an emotional, like I got to get invested in my heart and my soul and my brain to go do any of that stuff. And so that this is all the stuff that I do for myself. I have my own abundance plan in my Google Drive. Here, I'll just pull it up real quick and show you guys what it looks like. And here's my VIP sphere. Let me show you that really quick too. So once you do your VIP people, like this is what that looks like. You've got all these people on here that you could do pop buys for, you could do newsletters. I have my VIP and I also have past clients because I have a team and I've never even met half of these people on here, but they're still getting all of my stuff and all of the like it's just about growing these lists and then giving these people, and they're all in my CRM as well. So that's kind of what that looks like. But I wanted to show you what my abundance plan, Dawn's. I have so many different things. Oh, it's not Dawn, it's my abundance plan. So this is what it looks like when it's done. I replaced it with my logo and I put links to certain things that I want to help me with my mindset. I have just a reminder that if for me to have a 100% day, these are all the things I have to do. And if I don't do these, then my day is not quite as good as it should could be. My word for the I just try to keep a theme, so I love having a word for the year. 2025, it's freedom. And then these are just my notes to myself. This is my why. My mission is to provide a pathway and a space for real estate agents to find their passion, follow their dreams, and create a business that supports their best life, leading by example, documenting all of my lessons and experience. Because I was put here to help people. And so that's just what I do. I just see the bigger picture. And I'm so grateful for Epic and everything we're doing here that I just want us all to be able to have a great life. These are just some of the things that I want to do and be and my goals. And that's what yours will look like when you're all done. And if I have something on here, like right now, I need to get a new buyer packet and a new seller packet. So I highlighted that in green. So it's always top of mind for what I want to do. And then I had just have all of that on there. And that's what yours is going to look like too. So that's all in the school. So that's right here. And then there are some other links that I put in here. I have a Wheel of Life in here. So if you wanted to open that up, you could. The book you need to read over the next 4 weeks. If you want to, it's the 12-week year. I used to teach classes according to the 12-week year, and I live my goals within a 12-week year. I do three per year though. Links, all of my links to everything that I have are right here. That's all. Oh, here's like the blank VIP database. That's also in the foundations class. So it's all right there in this school. Everything in here in week 1 and week 2, and then week 3 and 4. It's all in here. So that is what I have for you guys. Does anyone have any questions? If not, that's it. Hi, Andrea. All right, you guys. Thank you. Signed up for school. Great. I will go, Sarah, I will go approve you as soon as we get off this call. I am going to go do Epic Voices at 1 o'clock. So I'm going to let you guys go and kind of regather myself for Epic Voices. And I will see you guys around. Watch every Monday morning, watch your email for a new video on what to do for the week. And if you have people that you want to that you want to sign up, Ken, like you said, you wanted to sign your agents up. I do this live every first Tuesday at noon, and then I will see you guys back here then, or you can reach out to me in Epic. Thank you so much, and everybody have a great day.